Hello viewers, welcome to MathTech. I am Amit Sharma. In this video, we are going to solve questions from 37 to 45 of Chapter 2 from the book Contemporary Abstract Algebra by Joseph Gallian. So without a delay, let's start. Question number 37. Let G be a finite group. Show that the number of elements x of G such that x cube equal to identity is odd. Show that the number of element x of G such that x square is not equal to identity is even. Now, given G be a group and x belongs to G, let S is the set containing the element x belongs to G such that x cube equal to identity. Since E cube is equal to E or identity cube is equal to identity, this implies E belongs to S. If no other element of G satisfy x cube equal to identity, then cardinality of S is equal to 1, which is an odd number. Let x is not equal to identity belongs to G such that x cube equal to identity. This implies x belongs to S. Now x inverse cube is written as x cube inverse, which is equal to E inverse, which is equal to identity. This implies x inverse is also belongs to S. Therefore, for each non-identity element that belongs to S, we can get one more non-identity element in S. That is, we have even number of non-identity elements in S. Hence, the number of element in S is odd, even non-identity element, and one is identity element. Let T is the set containing the element x belongs to G such that x square is not equal to identity. If x square is not equal to identity, this implies x belongs to T. Now, x inverse square can be written as x square inverse, which is not equal to identity. This implies x inverse is also belongs to T. Now, by using the same fact as in first part, we get even number of elements belongs to T. Hence, the number of element in T is even. Question number 38. Give an example of a group with elements A, B, C, D and X such that AX be equal to CXD but AB is not equal to CD. Hence, middle cancellation is not valid in groups. The following results are very useful to learn in order to solve the question. Result number 1. The set Dn containing the element x to the power I, y to the power j such that x square equal to identity, y to the power n equal to identity, x y equal to y inverse x. I is vary from 0 to 1 and j varies from 0, 1 to up to n minus 1 from a group with respect to composition known as dihedral group. Result number 2. The dihedral group D4 is obtained by composing the 8th symmetry of square. Result number 3. D4 containing the element R0, R90, R180, R270. These are known as rotation. H, V, D and D dash, these are known as reflection. This is the pictorial representation of rotation and reflection in D4. Now R0 means rotate the square by angle 0 degree in anti-clockwise direction. We get this. R90 means rotate the square by 90 degree in anti-clockwise direction. We get this. R180 means rotate the square by 180 degree in anti-clockwise direction. We get this. And R270 means rotate the square by 270 degree in anti-clockwise direction. We get this. Now H means flip the square by this horizontal line. V means flip the square by this vertical line. D means flip the square by this right diagonal. And D dash means flip the square by this left diagonal. Since H, R90, R0 and V belongs to D4, now we have to calculate H, R90, V. As in function composition, say f of g, first we apply the function g, then we have to apply the function f. In the same way, here we first apply the vertical reflection, then rotation by 90 degree, then horizontal reflection. Now for V, we have to flip the square by vertical line. We get this. For R90, we have to rotate this square anti-clockwise direction by 90 degree. And for H, flip this square by this horizontal line. We get this. And R0, R90, R0. For R0, rotate this square by 0 degree in anti-clockwise direction. We get this. And for R90, rotate this square by 90 degree in anti-clockwise direction, we get this. And for again R0, rotate this square by 0 degree in anti-clockwise direction, we get this. We can easily see that these both are same. This implies HR90V is equal to R0, R90, R0. Now we have to calculate H into V. For V, flip this square by this vertical line, we get this. And for H, flip this square by this horizontal line, we get this. And R0 into R0. For R0, rotate this square by 0 degree in anti-clockwise direction, we get this. And again for R0, rotate this square by 0 degree in anti-clockwise direction, we get this. We can easily see that these both are not same. This implies HV is not equal to R0 into R0. Question number 39. Suppose that G is a group with property that for every choice of elements in G, AX be equal to CXD implies AB equal to CD. Prove that G is abelian, that is middle cancellation implies commutativity. The following result is very useful to learn in order to solve the question. Result: a group G under multiplication is said to be commutative group or abelian group if xy equal to yx for all x comma y belongs to G. Now given G be a group and AX be equal to CXD implies AB equal to CD for every choice of element in G. Now we know that EB equal to BE, which is known as identity property. Now this E can be written as A into A inverse for A belongs to G. This is known as inverse property. And this E can be written as A inverse into A. This is also known as inverse property. Now by using middle cancellation, A inverse is cancelled with this A inverse. This implies AB equal to BA for every choice of element in G. Hence G is abelian. Question number 40. Find an element X in D4 such that R90 VXH is equal to D dash. The following result is very useful to learn in order to solve the question. Result: in group Dn, each reflection element is self-invertible. Now given R90 VXH is equal to D dash. Now multiply H inverse on both sides, we get R90 VXH into H inverse is equal to D dash H inverse. Here H into H inverse is equal to identity and R90 Vx into identity is equal to R90 into Vx. Now H is self-invertible. This implies H inverse is equal to H. This implies R90 Vx is equal to D dash H. Now multiply R90 inverse on both sides, we get R90 inverse into R90 V into X equal to R90 inverse D dash H. Now R90 inverse into R90 is identity and identity into Vx is equal to Vx. Now the inverse of R90 is R270. This implies Vx is equal to R270 D dash H. Now multiplied V inverse on both sides, we get V inverse into Vx is equal to V inverse R270 D dash H. Now V inverse into V is equal to E and E into X is equal to X. Now V is reflection. This implies V inverse is equal to V. This implies X is V R270 D dash H. Hence the value of X is V R270 D dash H. Question number 41. Suppose F1 and F2 are distinct reflection in dihedral group Dn. Prove that F1 into F2 is not equal to R0. Given F1 and F2 are distinct reflection in Dn group, let if possible F1 into F2 is equal to R0. This is the identity element. Now multiply F2 inverse on both sides, we get F1 into F2 inverse is equal to R0 into F2 inverse. Here F2 into F2 inverse is identity and F1 into identity is equal to F1 and R0 into F2 inverse is equal to F2 inverse. This implies F1 is equal to F2 inverse. Since F2 is reflection, this implies F2 inverse can be written as F2. This implies F1 is equal to F2, which is a contradiction to given statement because these are given distinct reflection. Hence, if F1 and F2 are distinct reflection in dihedral group, then F1 into F2 is not equal to R0. Question number 42. Suppose F1 and F2 are distinct reflection in dihedral group Dn. Suppose that F1 into F2 is equal to F2 into F1. Prove that F1 into F2 is equal to R180. The following result is very useful to learn in order to solve the question. Result: the product of two reflection in DN group is rotation. Now given F1 and F2 are distinct reflection in DN group. Now it is also given that F1 into F2 is equal to F2 into F1, which is further written as F1 into F2 inverse. Why it is so? Because AB inverse can be written as B inverse into A inverse. Now multiplied F1 into F2 both sides, we get F1 into F2. F1 into F2 is equal to F1 into F2 inverse into F1 into F2, which is equal to R0. This implies F1 into F2 into F1 into F2 is equal to R0. As F1 and F2 are distinct and F1 F2 is a rotation, this implies F1 F2 must be R180. Question number 43. Let R be any fixed rotation and F is any fixed reflection in dihedral group. Prove that R to the power k, F R to the power k is equal to F. The following results are very useful to learn in order to solve the question. Result number 1. The product of reflection and rotation in DN group is a reflection. Result number 2. The product of two rotation in DN group is a rotation. Let F is a fixed reflection in DN and R is fixed rotation in DN. Since R is rotation, then for any k, R to the power k is also a rotation. Since F is reflection and R to the power k is rotation, this implies F into R to the power k is reflection. This implies F into R to the power k square is equal to R0, which is an identity because every reflection is a self-invertible element. Now, which is further written as F into Rk, F into Rk is equal to R0. Now multiply F inverse on both sides, we get F inverse into F, R to the power k, F into R to the power k is equal to F inverse into R0. Now F inverse into F is equal to R0 and R0 into R to the power k, F into R to the power k is equal to R to the power k, F into R to the power k. Since F is reflection, this implies F inverse is equal to F and F into R0 is equal to F. This implies R to the power k, F into R to the power k is equal to F. Hence, for any fixed rotation R and fixed reflection F in DN group, R to the power k, F into R to the power k equal to F. Question number 44. Let R be any fixed rotation and F is any fixed reflection in dihedral group. Prove that F into R to the power k, F is equal to R to the power minus k. Why does this imply that DN is non-abelian? Let F is a fixed reflection in DN and R is fixed rotation in DN. Now we know that F into R to the power k, F into R to the power k is equal to R0. Why it is so? For more detail, see question number 43. Now multiply Rk inverse on both sides, we get F into R to the power k, F R to the power k, R to the power minus k is equal to R0 into R to the power minus k. Now R to the power k into R to the power minus k is R0 and F R to the power k, F into R0 is equal to F into R to the power k F. And R0 into R to the power minus k is equal to R to the power minus k. This implies F R to the power k F is equal to R to the power minus k. Now let if possible Dn for n is greater than equal to 3 were abelian, then F R 360 degree by nf, this is known as rotation, should be equal to R 360 degree by n. But R 360 degree by n inverse is equal to R 360 into n minus 1 by n, which is not equal to R 360 degree by n. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, F R to the power k F is equal to R to the power minus k implies Dn for n greater than equal to 3 is non-abelian group. Question number 45. In the dihedral group Dn, let R is equal to R 360 by n and let F be any reflection. Write each of the following product in the form of R to the power I or R to the power IF, where 0 is less than equal to I less than n. Part A in D4, F R minus 2 F R5. Part B in D5, R minus 3 F R4 F R minus 2. Part C in D6, F R5 F R minus 2 F. Now given R is equal to R 360 by n and let F be any reflection. Part A, in D4, we have to find the value of f r minus 2 f r5. Now multiply r square and r square inverse, we get r square into r minus 2 f r minus 2 f r5. Now value of r minus 2 f r minus 2 is f. Why it is so? For more detail, see question number 43, which is further written as r square f into f r5. Now f into f is written as r naught. Why it is so? Because f is a reflection, which is a self-invertible element, and r naught into r5 is equal to r5, which is further written as r square into r5, which is further written as r to the power 7, which is further written as r cube. Why it is so? Because in D4, r4 is equal to r naught. This implies f r minus 2 f r5 is equal to r cube. Part B, in D5, we have to find the value of r minus 3 f r4 f into r minus 2, which is further written as r minus 3 r minus 4 r minus 2. Why it is so? Because the value of f r4 f is equal to r minus 4. Why it is so? For this, see question number 44, which is further written as r to the power minus 9, which is equal to r. Why it is so? Because in D5, r10 is equal to r naught. This implies r minus 3 f r4 f r minus 2 is equal to r. Now part C, in D6, we have to find the value of f r5 f r minus 2 f, which is written as r minus 5 r minus 2 into f. Why it is so? Because the value of f r5 f is equal to r to the power minus 5. Why it is so? For more detail, see question number 44. Now this is further written as r to the power minus 7 into f, which is equal to r to the power 5f. Why it is so? Because in D6, r12 is r naught. This implies f r5 f r minus 2f is equal to r to the power 5 into f. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. If you have any query, comment me. Thank you very much.